Yes, hello, good morning, and welcome to our Tax Savings Tuesday. I am Christopher Waikoko. I would be your host for the top 10 tax and bookkeeping tips. Today, the tax season is over, but we're still doing a lot of tax extensions for those companies and individuals that are not done yet doing their taxes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the top 10 tips on how, because the good tax reporting it starts with the good record keeping. Okay, let me share my screen uh, so I could discuss to you guys what are the important tips that you have to remember in filing your taxes. All right, so if you would like to watch the replay, please watch on our YouTube channel. We're going to post it later. And if you want to have a free copy, just type your full name, email, and type free to our office text number. It's 956-425-9926 or 956-425-WYCO. This is only less than an hour, and then Q&A session is encouraged. You will be qualified for our video for our gift card raffle. Okay. So let's discuss the top 10 tips. Just a disclaimer that this is only for informational purposes and it's not intended to give any tax, accounting, or legal advice. Examples and other materials on this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon technical answers. Waiko Tax is a virtual outsourced accounting and wealth planning company, and we are not associated with any institutions on this presentation and is a private resources for small businesses. All right, so this our typical clients are doctors that they have their own clinics, and also that healthcare professionals in general. And we have a case, for example, Gloria. She's a doctor, entrepreneur, and owns a clinic. She is preparing her tax and financial documents. What are the things she needs to keep in mind related to her financials? Are her books and tax records up to date? So for us to give the top 10 tips, you just have to write on your pad the tax pro tips. So these are the acronyms that we created so in easy for easy to remember for everyone. So letter T, remember that the tax filing deadlines. The tax filing deadlines are already over. If you have not filed the taxes yet, you have to file an extension. So for April 15, the personal return and the also, the C corporation is due on April 15, whereas March 15, the partnership return and S corporation are due. And then letter A next is you have to automate and integrate your record keeping. So use accounting software. There are so many software, especially QuickBooks, that they have a bookkeeping app and also payroll that you would be able to use. Zero, there's another FreshBooks making bookkeeping more efficient and less prone to errors. You can integrate your bank accounts, your business bank accounts, and link your business bank accounts and credit cards to your accounting software to automatically import the transactions. So after that, you can also extend personal expenses to become business expenses. There are some like home office expenses. If you use part of your home exclusively and regularly for business, you can deduct a portion of your rent or mortgage and utilities, etc. But also the business-related travel. If you travel for business, you can deduct expenses like airfare, hotel stays, meals, and even transportation costs. So an example is when you're going to go to Las Vegas or Disneyland, make sure that before you even go, and it's like business with pleasure, try to attend conference, set up some meetings or some boot, boot camp exhibits on your particular industry. If you're in a restaurant business, so might as well attend a restaurant expo and you don't have to spend your whole week attending the expo. Maybe on the weekend you can go ahead and go to Disneyland. And then letter P, the next is please stay away from cash transactions. Uh, the cash transaction can be difficult to track and verify, making it harder to prove income and expenses in an audit, and also reduce the risk of errors or misreporting. Cash transactions are more prone to human errors, such as forgetting to record a payment or underreporting an income. even expenses or income, all this should be traceable. You can use a lot of payment software right now, ACH, and also it limits the chance of being hacked because whenever you're paying cash, all of those, and it's just so many prone to expose and also miscalculate the accurate income and expenses. Then, or you need to have a regular financial and tax review with the pro. So to adjust for tax liabilities by reviewing your financial situation at least quarterly throughout the year, you can adjust your income, expenses, or retirement contributions to manage your tax liabilities effectively. Then you have to optimize your tax sheltered accounts. The tax sheltered accounts, there's so many like 401k, traditional IRA. There are also other strategy like index universal whole life. If you're offering executive bonus or buyout, those are the things that could also be potentially a business expense for the company, but at the same time, it's tax protected. So contributions to tax sheltered accounts such as 401k or traditional IRA potentially lowering your over your tax bill and allowing your investments to grow deferred until retirement, because under also in the under IRC section code 7702, under this section, the cash value accumulation within permanent life insurance policies like whole life or index universal grows on a tax deferred basis. The other one that after the deductions, you can also take a look on tax credits. So there are some tax credits like energy efficient home credit under Section 25C that the credit can be up to 10% of the cost of qualifying improvements with certain limits. But on top of that, you also have an investment tax credits for solar energy. If you install solar energy system in your home or business, you may be eligible for a federal tax credit worth 26% of the total installation cost. Then, as the growth of your career or your business, you don't really need to hire a lot of employees. Sometimes they are independent contractors. Make sure that you're issuing the 1099. These 1099s, it's binding them that they are responsible on paying their self-employment and their taxes at the end of the year, and you're not sharing any tax contributions for them on their income. So it reduces taxable income contribution to, so make sure that you issue this to your independent contractor. And then next is pay yourself, payroll for yourself, reasonable salary. You have to ensure that you're paying yourself a reasonable salary and following IRS guidelines, which helps to avoid potential issues with self-employment taxes and protects you from being penalized for taking unreasonable low salaries without while drawing business profits. Remember, owner's withdrawal, it's not advisable, it's not really healthy for you because at the end of the day, if let's say you make a 2.3 million and then you transfer 300,000 personal transfer, the 300,000 is still reported as taxable income. And lastly, you have to separate your business and personal accounts. It minimizes audit risk, and clear separation of business and personal finances help demonstrate the legitimacy of your business expenses in an event of an audit. The audit period for most taxpayers is 3-year period. Underreported your income, it's more than 25%. But if it's a fraudulent case, there's no time limit. So you have to make sure. So our company, what we serve our clients are through simple, like 6 slices of pizza. First is the slice one, we review the entity structure. Slice two, we review the record keeping for Gloria because this is basically the blueprint. So these are the finances, a balance sheet, income statement, cash flow. And then after that, we go for reclassification of some personal to business expenses. And then we're going to go to slice 4, which is tax credits, and slice 5, the different tax sheltered plans that also minimizes those taxes. And finally, on slice 6, we do the tax filing to avoid penalties of non-compliance. Because at the end, we want to position you on your wealth planning journey from your legacy, from income and replacement of other financial needs, supplemental college funding, business succession planning, mortgage and debts, and estate tax coverage. So why WICO tax? Because we are worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time tax, payroll, and bookkeeping or accounting and wealth planning service solution We want to make sure that the benefits of outsourcing is you have a peace of mind, save headaches, save time, save money, and then faster access to grants and loans. So we are offering this bundle for anybody that haven't filed their 2024. We are giving you a 523 discount. All year text and email support. We will, if the year 2024 got audited, we will be the one taking care of the audit. And we have a dedicated virtual accountant, the via text and email support that you can text 24/7. So if you want to connect, please scan the code and just feel free to connect with us through LinkedIn, social, YouTube, Facebook, and on our website. So again, feel free to ask any questions. You can have our number at 956-425-9926. We will have the replay of this presentation on our YouTube channel. Just stand by and follow. It's Chris Waikoko. If you have further questions, again, thank you for watching because we want to increase your cash flow and asset, but not your taxes. Thank you so much and have a wonderful